Netplay.
I'll put Martina Navratilova.
Whose serve would you want?
Karlovic.
Mental toughness.
Pete is underrated on so many levels.
So if you're building your first perfect player, whose serve would you want?
I gotta give you an either or. Ivanisevic or Karlovic.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
Just make sure it's Croatian. That's all I have to say.
Yeah. Okay. What about forehand? Whose forehand do you want?
I'm going to give you an either or again. Jack Sock or Roger Federer. I would say Jack Sock or Rafa Nadal, but they're too similar. And I think, there's enough contrast between Sock and Federer.
Okay, we'll give you that either or. Backhand. And by the way, you could pick yourself and be like, I had a pretty good backhand. I'll put mine up there.
No chance. Backhand, Stan Wawrinka, I'm looking at one-handed, yeah.
Okay. Return of serve.
Novak Djokovic, Novak Djokovic, Novak Djokovic, Novak Djokovic, and then Novak Djokovic. Either or any of those guys. Yeah.
And by the way, that must have been fascinating to work with him so closely. I want to share this with folks. I got to sit in the photographer's well at the US Open to watch one of his matches. It's about as close as you can get. And it's like watching a cyborg play. I mean, everything is so crisp. It is unbelievable, the talent and the skill. And as you said, it's the consistency. It's always the same. And and when the moment needs it, he just has that little extra. It was just fabulous to watch.
It all comes back down to balance. So if you need a seventh data point in this build the ideal player, balance would be right there. And nobody has ever had better balance than
Net play.
I'll put Martina Navratilova right there at the top. Edberg and Rafter were both pretty rough, though.
Yes, they were. Martina, man, that serve and volley game, particularly at Wimbledon, it was just a thing of beauty to watch. Again, I could sit and watch that. Okay, now mental toughness.
I'm gonna say no, Nadal is just out of this world. I'll say Rafael Sampras.
Rafael Sampras, okay. Yeah, the mutated,
I will say, I mean, Rafa's the right answer, but Pete is underrated on so many levels, but no level more than his heart and his head. He just approached things so calmly that people had a total lack of appreciation for how big his heart was as a competitor and how maniacally focused he was. It was impressive.
And as you talk about Nadal, I think of him being down 2-0 to Medvedev in this year's Australian Open. And it feels like everything is going Medvedev's way. Like he's the ascendant star and he just won the US Open. And for Nadal to find a way to win that match, again, was one of the all-time great ones.